Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be about my minimalist bullet journal. I've been bullet journaling for about a year and it's been tremendously helpful in terms of organization and self-improvement. I recently finished my 4th and final year of university, and this past year has been one of the busiest and craziest years of my life with schoolwork, extracurriculars, RAing, honors, and everything, and using a bullet journal really helped me stay organized. I really like using a bullet journal as opposed to other ways of keeping your life organized, such as using an agenda, because you can customize it however you want, and there are so many different ways of using it. There are tons of resources out there, so I'm not going to go in depth, but I just wanted to share with you how I used it in the past year, and at the end of the video, I'll also show you how I set up my bullet journal for the month of May. This is my bullet journal from Micron. The outside of it is a little beaten up because I've had it for a year. In the first page, I have an yearly calendar which comes in handy sometimes. In my feature log, I have 3 months per page with an overview of important dates and events. Last September, at the beginning of my 4th year, I also made a semester overview spread with midterms, exams, paper, and etc. Here's my semester schedule, a spread for keeping track of my extracurricular, which has been underused unfortunately, and I have a master syllabus of course breakdown. Having this page is really convenient because you don't have to dig through your files to find the syllabus when you want to know how much that midterm is worth. I have a page for important dates and artificial deadlines, which are my own deadlines earlier than the actual deadlines, so that I can get things done in time efficiently. And if I do need more time, I have a perception of having an extension. And then I have a page for RA stuff. I'm planning on making a more detailed video on how to bullet journal as a student. This was my first monthly spread. I have a calendar, monthly goals, and important dates for the month. I have a separate page for the important dates because the squares in the calendar were not big enough. So I retired from this method and created a larger calendar, and I liked it this way better, so I kept it. This was my first weekly spread, which is really simple. I have different variations of it where I experimented with different colors and fonts. And then when my schedule got really busy, I adopted this new spread to sort of micromanage my time. I have priorities, which are 1 or 2 things I have to get done that day, and a timeline of the day and smaller tasks. It worked well, but I found using an iCal more convenient and efficient, so I ended up going back to the previous method with a variation. So this weekly spread looks a lot like the first method, but here I have priorities that are numbered and separate smaller tasks. When I got really busy, I made the space for each day bigger. And this is why I love bullet journaling, because you can switch things up so easily. Finally, I'm going to show you some miscellaneous spreads I did. This grid coloring method is a pretty popular method for a habit tracker, and I adopted it for my MCAT study plan to keep track of my progress. This is a Fuel My Dream page with some of my favorite quotes that inspired me. This is a current me versus future me page that Eileen from Lavendaire came up with. I'll link her channel down below. The next few spreads are some of my favorites where I wrote down stuff about minimalism after I watched the documentary Minimalism. And I made a list of ways in which I can incorporate minimalism into my lifestyle, and it's been really transformative. This one is a gratitude log. I tried making a spread where I write one thing I'm grateful for each day, but that didn't work well. But on this particular day, I was feeling extra grateful, so I wrote 2 pages. Now I'm going to show you how I set up the bullet journal for this month. I first start out by brainstorming and making rough sketches of the layouts I want to include. Since I'll be taking a gap year, I created the layouts as if I were starting a new calendar year. Brainstorming helps you customize the layouts to fit your purpose and visualize what it's going to look like, so it reduces the chance of making a mistake. When you're done brainstorming, you can go ahead and make the spreads on your bullet journal. My future log is a 6-month overview from May to October. I made a bucket list for the summer and for my gap year. The next page is my gap year goals page with things I want to accomplish. One tip I have for you if you're looking to bullet journal minimalistic like me is picking a color theme. In my case, I chose blue. You will only need a fine tip writing pen, a black marker, a pencil, and a highlighter of your color theme instead of having to carry a whole bunch of pens and markers. I'm hoping to read a lot of books this summer, so I have a page for books I've read and books I want to read. And for my monthly spread, I'm using the same spread as the previous ones that worked well for me, with a big calendar, monthly to-dos, and goals. I really hope this was helpful, and if you liked it, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I'm hoping to do more bullet journaling videos in the future. See you next time!